If you're on the lookout for cruise essentials that are also budget friendly, this video is for you. I have scoured Amazon for the best cruise items under $10 that are super useful on a cruise. Hi there, I'm Ilana from the website lifewellcruise.com. Welcome back to my channel. Now, so many items that we can bring on a cruise, like cruise accessories, well, many of them can be budget friendly. And as a matter of fact, I really looked to make sure that I was finding the absolute best items that were the best price and at the same time, of course, had really good reviews. Now, in some cases, they were items that I already had. In other cases, they are completely new items that I bought and tried out and that I will show you in this video. Now, I have about 30 items and the first 25 are really priced right around $10 or less. Sometimes there is a little bit of a variation in price on Amazon, so just to let you know. But the last 5 or so are just over $10, probably between 10 and 15, but I did still want to include them because they're very useful on a cruise, and of course they are still very well priced. Now, before I get started, I wanted to mention two things. Firstly, please let me know any additional suggestions down in the comments below, or if any of the items that I am mentioning, if you've used them before, and if you do recommend them. And secondly, if you like this video, if you find it helpful, informative, or enjoyable in any way, then please do give this video a big thumbs up. I really do appreciate it, and please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Let's get started. Number one, I'm starting with a new item that I saw recommended. I decided to buy it. I absolutely love it. This is a reusable straw. Now, it actually comes in a 4-pack like this. Now, let me show you how it works. Basically, inside here, you have your reusable straw. You also have a little brush to keep that reusable straw clean. And the neat part about it is, by the way, they come in different colors. The neat part about it is you can actually keep this clipped right onto your lanyard or in your bag, or even just clipped right onto your belt or in your pocket. So you can have it anytime you want. You don't have to deal with those yucky paper straws or those candy straws that I do not like on some cruise ships, because you're not going to find plastic straws on a cruise ship anymore. By the way, all of the items that I am mentioning in this video, you will find them linked down below in the video description. Number 2, magnet hooks. Now, frequent cruisers will know this, but this will be something new to anybody who hasn't cruised before. Basically, cruise cabin walls are usually metal, so you can actually bring small magnet hooks and you can create extra space right on the walls of your cabin. These are great to hold sun hats, to hold your cruise lanyards, to hold even backpacks. Now, if you do want something to hold backpacks, you want to get one of the really heavy duty magnet hooks, so something that is between 75 and 100 pounds. But if you want something just to hold something lighter, then you can get the magnet hooks that are about 30 pounds or so. Now, personally, I prefer the ones that are 50 pounds plus because they are the most versatile. Number 3, now I just bought a new set of these magnet clips. I tend to give them away when I'm on cruises sometimes to friends, family, new people I meet even, because they are so handy. And what you can do, it's the same thing like the magnet hooks. You can basically use these to hold your shore excursion tickets, your daily planner, that kind of thing. Keep things right off the counters and instead keep them on the wall. And by the way, this whole set is under $10. Number 4, cruise luggage tags. Now, a set of 4 cruise luggage tags is very reasonably priced, and you can reuse them for cruise after cruise after cruise. So this is definitely something, if you are going on a cruise, even if you've been on a cruise before, invest in these and you'll end up using them for life. Colorful towel clips. Now, if you are a family that is cruising together, this is the most reasonable, the most budget-friendly option. 8 towel clips is really priced very, very reasonably, under $10. These are great not only for your towels when you're on the pool deck, but also on the beach. And some people say they like to use them in a hotel room or even in the cruise cabin to keep those blinds and curtains closed. Now, these towel clips are my personal favorite, so they are a little bit more expensive than that set of 8, but still very reasonably priced for the set of 2. And these are flamingos and parrots, but you can get other kinds as well. Downy wrinkle releaser. Now this is definitely a cruiser's secret. So basically what you'll do is you'll spritz your clothes with a little bit of Downy wrinkle release, and this is a travel size, so it's very, very inexpensive, like even under $5. And you can bring this on your cruise. Now, something that a lot of people don't know if it is your first cruise is you're not going to have an iron in your cruise ship cabin because it is a fire hazard. You're also not allowed to bring a clothing steamer. Most of the time, you're really not going to have access to an iron at all. So bringing some Downy wrinkle release will save the day. Tide to go. This is small, this is inexpensive, but if you do have a little stain on your clothing, it is really going to help. I actually keep one of these most of the time, even in my handbag when I travel, but often at home as well. And the other thing that you might want to bring is a laundry travel packet. So if you think that you might want to do any hand washing during your cruise, these are not very expensive, and it is a good idea to bring this or even some laundry sheets on your cruise. Okay, moving on to an item that I've never used before, but really gets such good reviews, I decided to buy it. Now, this is a mesh beach tote bag. You can see how big this is. This is great for excursions and really good even on the cruise ship as well. You can put your towels in them. You've got actually these pockets so you can put water bottles and other items in this mesh beach bag as well. A waterproof phone case lanyard. Now this is honestly one of the best things that we ever purchased. I've used it again and again and again, and it really does save the day. You could put your phone in here, you can put your credit card, your ID, even a little bit of cash. So when you are on excursions, this is really a safe way to keep your items. And at the same time, by the way, you could actually use your phone right through this plastic. It is like touchscreen friendly. Water shoes. If you're going to the Bahamas, if you're going to the Caribbean, I highly recommend bringing water shoes. Many of the beaches are going to have little rocks down at the bottom, or maybe you're doing an excursion like Dunn's River Falls or maybe Virgin Gorda. So you will want to have water shoes with you, and they are really inexpensive. They dry super, super quick, and they're flat as can be to pack, so they really don't take a lot of room. Lip balm with an SPF. Now, by the way, you can often purchase a lip balm if you want once you're on the cruise ship. However, you can expect that it probably is going to be double the price than the price that you're going to find on Amazon. Now this one, by the way, is by the brand Sunbum, and I did want to show you, even though this is really, honestly, it is over $10, but a lot of times people do ask, what is a sunscreen that is reef friendly or reef safe? And that is something that you'll need in many Caribbean cruise ports of call, as well as Hawaii, by the way. So those other sunscreens are really banned even in St. Thomas, for instance, and even some parts of Mexico. So what you'll want to do is make sure that you do buy your sunscreen in advance. It is going to be less expensive, and this one is highly recommended. Now, by the way, if you're going on a cruise and you want to make sure that you stay organized, and do not forget a thing, I do have the LifeWell Cruise Ultimate Cruise Planner. Now, the LifeWell Cruise Ultimate Cruise Planner is a 47-page downloadable printable cruise planner that will help you to stay organized from the time that you book your cruise all the way through disembarkation. Now, the LifeWell Cruise Ultimate Cruise Planner includes packing forms, shore excursion planning forms, cruise outfit planning forms, and more. If you are interested in seeing what's included with the cruise planner, I will leave all of the information linked down below in the description of this video. Collapsible refillable water bottles. Now these are absolutely genius. They're also very reasonably priced, but especially these days, I know a lot of us are trying to pack a little bit lighter. They fold up this small, and then when you expand them and you fill them with water, they are larger. They're also light as can be, so great for bringing on a cruise. By the way, if you've ever used these collapsible water bottles, please let me know down in the comments below. POO-POURRI Before You Go bathroom spray. Now these are different than a regular air freshener. They really do work. And because cruise cabin bathrooms are pretty small and the ventilation is not that great, it really probably is a cruise essential. Now, if you don't want to bring this size and you want to bring something that's even smaller, that will be enough just for that one cruise, you can actually bring a really mini travel size that is only 10 milliliters. I am going to leave that link down below, and I'll show it to you right here on the screen. A mesh pop-up laundry basket. Now this is a little bit of a cruise cabin hack. Many more people are now starting to actually bring this. It folds up very, very small, but it is very handy because during your cruise, you can just put everybody's dirty laundry right into this. You can store it in the closet if you want, if you don't want it right out in your cabin or even in a corner, but it really does help to keep everything more organized. Reusable Ziploc accessory bags. Now, if you want something really light, I absolutely love these. You can keep these in your flight bag. You can keep different items in there, maybe hair accessories and things like that. They're really very inexpensive and they honestly hold up very well. Oh, and I have to say, I also love the tropical pattern. A portable clothesline. Now, I love this because it actually includes all of the little clothes pegs right on this little line, so you can use it to dry bathing suits, but if you hand wash a few items, this is pretty handy as well. Portable travel hangers. So they start off small like this, and by the way, you get an entire bag like this. I think it's about 12 or so. So if you are somebody who always finds you just don't have enough hangers in your cruise ship cabin and you don't want to wait to ask the cabin attendant and for him to bring them, you could just bring your own hangers, especially if you do pack carry-on only and you want to hang up things right away. This is very useful. A cruise lanyard with a clip. Now, when you're on a cruise, you're going to want to make sure that your cruise card is handy. So it is a good idea to bring a lanyard or something else as an alternative. So I am going to show you the alternative. So one of the alternatives is a cruise card wallet holder. So this sticks right to the back of your cell phone case. Now, my husband has one with anchors on it. It's super cute, very nautical, but this is another alternative if you want as well. And it does have space for you to keep your cruise card. And if you want to keep your ID when you go off the cruise ship as well, this is very convenient. A small electronics bag. Now, if you're somebody who often has a lot of wires, let's face it, don't we all? I love this bag. It's actually new. I just purchased it because I saw it was so well reviewed and it really was very reasonably priced. And what I like about it is it does have two sides to it. So you can keep your portable chargers, for instance, on one side, and you can keep other small wires and chargers on the other. A mini first aid kit, and I really had to mention this one because I feel like it's one of the things that people just don't think about, and honestly there's a good chance that you're going to need it on a cruise. So bring waterproof band-aids, or basically bandages, whatever you call them, but you want the waterproof kind because if you do go in the water, you want them to stick, and you could end up cutting yourself, or you could end up getting a blister or just getting marks on your feet because you walk a lot when you're on a cruise. So this is something really handy to have. You don't have to bring the whole box, but buy it and bring a few in a Ziploc bag. Now, I think I've mentioned most of the things that are under or around $10, but I do have some items that are probably priced between $10 and $15 that I still did want to show you, including this new one that I'm telling you, you are going to want to bring on your cruise. I saw people with these on my Mediterranean cruise and I thought, oh, why didn't I bring that? Look what this does. This is battery operated. It's got 3 speeds. And honestly, if you are on a Caribbean cruise or a Mediterranean cruise, any hot weather cruise, this is something that you're going to appreciate. Now, it is rechargeable, so you can just charge it up at night in your cabin and then bring it with you. This is foldable, by the way. You can throw it right in your tote bag. A non-surge protected power cube. Now, usually I recommend the power bar. I still do really like that, but I think that the power cube is even easier to travel with. Now, what I like about this one is it does have 3 electric outlets, you'll see, and it does have these here as well. Now, the newer ones that I saw, and this is why I am mentioning it, is it does have one of them that is, I think it's called the USB-C, but basically that smaller USB that fits like most of our newer cell phones, like Androids or iPhones. So that is really something practical. You cannot have a regular power bar when you do go on a cruise, so you want to make sure that it is non-surge protected and cruise approved. A motion sensor nightlight. Now, in particular, if you are in an inside cabin, this is something very convenient to have during the nighttime. You're going to find that the cabin, well, at any time, if your lights are closed, it is pitch black. So you'll want a little motion sensor nightlight in case you do go to the bathroom, then you don't end up stubbing your toe. An over the door hanging shoe organizer. Now, this isn't for everyone, but people who do bring these absolutely swear by it. It's another way that you can organize your cruise cabin, keep your sunscreen, your aloe vera, flip-flops, just different things right in that. And this is especially helpful if you're in a small inside cabin, or even if you're cruising with more than 2 people in the cabin, you're going to need all the space that you can get. AirTag holders. Now, nowadays, a lot of people are purchasing AirTags to put in their luggage. I use them personally. I think they're amazing. I've given them as gifts to people now, and they use them as well. But something you want to make sure that you do is you bring AirTag holders. Basically, they're kind of like keychains or key holders, but you do want a place to keep them when you do put them in your luggage or anywhere else. Now, I am going to leave all of the information about the LifeWell Cruise Ultimate Cruise Planner linked down below in the description of this video, along with all of the items that I mentioned that are pretty budget friendly. I would love to hear from you. Please let me know if there are any new items that you found that you like, or even any items that I didn't mention that should be on this list. Please let me know down in the comments below. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do give it a big thumbs up. I really do appreciate it. And please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Bye for now, and happy cruising.